Hello everyone, hope you're having an excellent day today. I'm doing pretty good. We're back in the studio on a Friday trying to get a Lego themed live stream going. The Wi-Fi has already cut out on me completely just about 5 minutes ago, so hopefully it stays steady and we can get a stream going no problem. But yeah, if I immediately just duck out halfway through, it just goes blank, then you'll know what happened. So I don't know why the Wi-Fi is so patchy on Fridays. It's maybe a lot of people are trying to upload stuff at this time of day. I don't know, but we'll go as long as we can. So hopefully the full 2 hours tonight. But yeah, so instead of a sorting stream or a mock building stream, we are doing a set building stream because I have a couple sets behind me, and I didn't want to fully utilize my space for mock building because I'm working on some other projects right now, so I didn't want to take up too much room. Sets are nice and compact. You can do that on the table in front of me here. There is a poll in the live chat to see which set is most preferred by the most viewers. So if you want to have a say in what we're building tonight, please select which option you like best. But yeah, I would be excited to build any of these options. Let's go ahead and present them to the audience here. We've got over here on stage left here, we've got Andrea's Theater School, which is a great set. We will not be able to finish that in 2 hours though. That's like probably a 2-episode type set. Next one we've got is The Child, aka Grogu from Star Wars. Another great set. This one I think will be a little less interesting as a stream because we'll be mostly building with tan plates and sand green slopes. So they're still good pieces, but less minifigures, less little interesting printed pieces, that sort of thing. And finally, we have the botanical maple tree. I actually got 2 of these at Costco for a very good deal. I think they were $44 instead of like, what are they, 60 or more? They're expensive. They're way too expensive on retail price, but Costco's got them for a deal. So go pick one up if you haven't already. I was excited to get them for $44-ish. So yeah, I got one of those. Steven built my other one without asking me. So I still have one that I want to build. So we'll work with that. And then finally, the haha option at the end is the video dragon. Now, because the botanical set is only like 400 and something pieces, what is this? Yeah, 474 pieces. We might have time for a video dragon if we build this very efficiently. So I'm gonna let you guys decide which one you want to vote for the next couple minutes, and then we'll end that poll. But until then, I want to read a couple comments here. We had some earlier which seem to have disappeared now. I'm not sure why, but Grumpy J was here earlier. Cross is here first, if I'm not mistaken. And Tim is here. Hello, all, says Tim. Good to see you, Tim. Good to see you, Cross. Rob Claxton is here. And Rob also had some comments about a Nexonite set. I don't have any Nexonite sets to build in my backlog right now, but if I did, I would put it up here and it would probably win the poll. So yeah, Rob, next time I see a Nexonite set for a good deal at a store or convention, I will buy one. But yeah, until then, we'll have to deal with these other cool themes. Yeah, Grumpy J says, look at all these Grumptastic people in chat. Of course, all of our friends are here, Grumpy J, including you. Good to see you. Darkside Brick Circers, what's up, man? Hope all is well. Glad to catch another live stream. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Darkside Brick Circers is one of my favorite builders these days because they make a lot of cool video game and Dune themed builds, and they've sent them to my Mark's Mock Review series multiple times. Always excited to see a build from them. And then Rob Claxton and Grumpy J just kind of chatting with each other. Let's see, Grogu. So Crossairborne Customs is one of our mods here in the chat, and they're a huge Star Wars fan, so they want to see Grogu built, and I wouldn't mind it, but it's got to win the poll, guys. We're very democratic here on my channel, so it's got to win the poll. That's what's happening tonight. But yeah, let's see. Tim saying hello, Grumpy. Luke Dukem is here. Good to see you, Luke Dukem. Hope you're doing well. It's been a few streams since we saw you. I'm guessing life's been a little busy for you too. But yeah, it has been a couple weeks since we've streamed regularly. We got one last weekend, even though there was a bunch of Wi-Fi issues. We managed to reschedule to Sunday. Hopefully we won't have to do that today. So right now the Wi-Fi is fine. Fingers crossed. But yeah, good to see you, Luke. Andrew Riley, all the way from the UK. Good to see you, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. And then Anselm was here. I wish there was a Costco nearer to me. Yeah, Costco's can be few and far between. I have one less than 2 miles away from my house. I'm very grateful for that. So, yeah, very convenient. Yeah, I stopped at Sam's Club hoping to find the Lego Game Boy. No such luck. Sam's Club can also have some deals on Lego sets. I don't know if, like, there's another Sam's Club and Costco equivalent called BJ's, And I don't know if they have Lego deals, but those bigger, like, you have to have like a $20 or $40 membership to these stores, and they're a really good deal. For those in international places, it's like a giant shopping mart. And they usually have pretty good deals and stuff, so. Oh no, the dreaded Nexo Knights, yeah. No Nexo Knights tonight. We can talk about them all you want, but no Nexo Knights being built, thankfully, so. Arwen Bricks, howdy Mark, first stream here, going to be interesting. Well, thanks for joining Arwen Bricks. We usually have a very good time here, building sets, sorting Lego, building mocks sometimes, right? No mocks being built tonight, but we'll hopefully circle back to that at some point. I want to do some more Ice Planet, a few more details and polishing up that mock, but Grogu's what I voted for, even though I'm ready for Grogu to be gone in the Mandoverse. Ready for Grogu to be gone. Have we had enough Baby Yoda? Have we seen the memes enough? Alright, well, let's see what the poll is at here. Let me open this up. So, Friends Theater, pretty low in votes. Star Wars Grogu got a couple, 33% is pretty good. Botanicals Maple Tree has 50% of the vote, and I think that's going to take it. Video Dragon got 6% of the vote. I'm surprised anyone voted for the Video Dragon. That's quite something. So, yeah, we're going to go with the Botanical Maple Tree tonight. I think that's what most people want to see. I also would enjoy building that, so we're going to go with that tonight. We'll get to these other sets at some point. And if we're quick, if I can stop talking for a few minutes and actually start building, we can get to the Video Dragon set here too. So this is our potential reward for finishing the the botanical set quickly. But yeah, that would be fun. There's very little to build here. I think it has 86 pieces, and they're all in the frame that you put the minifig in. It's like we should just open it and build the minifigure, frankly. Alright, does this have punch holes? It does. I'm a little disappointed like modern Lego sets have punch holes, but I will say you don't have to go grab a scissors or a pocket knife to open them, so I guess it's better. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to preserve the box for later, it's not as good though. Thankfully, I'm not preserving the box for later, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just griping for no reason, just being extra grumpy. There we go. Yeah, not a very... not a huge pile of pieces. There's some pieces here, but not like... This isn't as volumetric as some sets that I've built recently. There we go. Open this up. Make sure we're not missing any comments. Life's been busy, but good. Just got back from a cruise not too long ago. How you been? Cruises are fun. That's good, Luke. Been good. Lots of conventions. So I've been very busy myself. We missed most of August. I think I got one live stream done in August, which was a lot less than I would like, but I was busy pretty much every weekend, so we're here. Well, we're here live now. We're hoping to make up for it in September. Should have a number of good streams happening. Where's bag number one? There's bag number one. Should we put the, I'll put the pieces closer to you guys. Oh, look at all that dark green. Good to see. Some of my dark green pieces, especially the bigger plates, can break on me when I'm trying to build with them, so that's kind of annoying. I did a whole little video on it a while back. It was like a 15-minute video of me breaking a handful of pieces. Wasn't too bad because I really was trying to be careful, but yeah, if you're not careful, they'll get you. But at least these should be good and durable for a while. Arwen Brick says, I followed your building a mock... I followed your building a mock in 12 and 24-hour series. Yes, that's definitely my most popular series on YouTube so far. Really had fun doing those, and I will hopefully continue to do those. I want to do a Spirius one in the next week or two. We'll see if I can get it wrapped up. But yeah, looking forward to more of those. There's a Sam's Club nearby. I mostly just go for cheaper gas and pizza by the slice. Pizza is good at Sam's Club. They have some very good pepperoni and 3-meat pizza. I unfortunately have, since I turned about 30 years old, I've developed an allergy to most dairy products. And I don't eat pizza as much, which really sucks. But I have fond memories of eating lots of Sam's pizza. Probably won't do so much anymore because I feel a lot better when I don't eat dairy. So, is that dark green? That's kind of a weird army green color in the instructions, but we'll go with it. There we go. I'm curious to see what kind of techniques are going to be employed to make this a sturdy foundation for this tree. Wes Talbot designed this set. He also designed the Medieval Blacksmith. He helped design a bunch of other great sets. I think he was involved in the D&D set. He's been making some great D&D themed mocks lately, so very talented designer and builder. So I'm looking forward to seeing what techniques Wes has decided to include in this Yeah, Wiz is also responsible for designing a bunch of newer pieces like the Fern piece, which is one of my favorite newer pieces. So yeah, big fan of that Lego designer for sure. I don't think I've ever met them. I follow them on Instagram, of course, but yeah, don't think I've ever met them in person. So maybe one day if I ever get back over to Denmark. So. Yeah, this isn't a castle set, but a lot of these pieces will probably be used in castle mocks one day. I don't think I'm going to keep this together forever. I got 2 of them, so I totally could, but I might not. We'll see. We'll see if I end up... how long it lasts before I really want to use all these really great pieces. So, okay, we got 2 symmetrical sides using some gray snot pieces here. Stud snot on top pieces. There we go. And these go on opposite sides. Nope, no, here we go. We're just making a upright pin connection here. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that fits good. That's a nice little complex base there. Yeah, these Lego designers with their internal structures, very secure. Very good. That shouldn't go anywhere. Yeah, just working with some dark green and some snot right now. See if there's any comments here. Video figures are great though. Yeah, so video, I think it's fair to judge and dunk on video as a theme as much as you want, because I think there was a lot of not great decisions made. At the same time, Anselm, you do have a very good point. Video figures are very good. They are overall extremely detailed, lots of unique pieces and colors and molds. So yeah, don't count them out completely, I think. For sure. Agreed. I've gotten a number of good video figures. I've kind of leaned towards the dragon ones and some of the ones with transparent elements that in the figure, but they're really good. I've enjoyed them. I'm not necessarily sad that they're gone though. I'm like, they're gone. That's a fact. I think it made sense that they stopped making them. They probably were losing a lot of money on those. So, but when I think I built this wrong, already built it wrong. There we go. Fix that. Perfect. How is the Helldiver build coming along? Haven't touched it since the last live stream, unfortunately, Darkside Brick Circus, but it's really quite a ways along from where we last left it, just on 2 live streams. So I should just build a monster for them to fight, make an explosion scene, and then make a little mock. It would probably take me a day if I decided to do it. I really need to get to that. I'll get to that soon, Darkside Brick Circus. Thanks for checking on it, though. Safer for kids with those punch holes, I guess. Yeah. Kids with scissors is just a bad combination, I guess. So that makes sense. Putting these over those hollow areas right there. Weird to see blue 1x8 plates in this set. Seems like brown or some other more earth tone color would have made more sense, but I guess they were like, hey, that color's a little less common now. Let's introduce it here. Maybe it was a parse rarity perspective. Oh, is that a dark green? A dark green 1x2 tile. That is new to my collection. Very cool. I've had plenty of 1x1 tiles and 1x4 tiles, but never any 1x2 tiles. That's fun. I like that. Great color. I think I even have some 1x2 dark green ingot pieces, the ones that have the beveled edge. Those are very useful too, but yeah, I've never seen the plain old 1x2 tile. Alrighty. Trying to be efficient with building because I actually would like to get to that video figure. We'll see. We'll see if we get that far. We'll see. I've wanted this set ever since I saw it. It's so beautiful. Yes, the botanicals line is awesome, and I especially think the bonsai style ones, like the maple tree and the original bonsai set, are just some of the best. They're fantastic. So glad I could get them for a few dollars cheaper than normal at Costco. So that was good. Shout out to Costco. The old sets used to be with the thumb tab holes. Yeah. So old sets had them too. It wasn't. This isn't a new thing. I think they just do the tape around the box edge for the bigger sets less often. It's more punch holes, which is honestly probably a good thing for ease of opening and safety. So. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. There we go. Also harder to reseal if you were to This happens sometimes. People will buy the set, carefully unstick the tape, take out the minifigures, stick the tape back on, and then return the set, and then the store, like Walmart or whatever, doesn't even know and doesn't care, and so whoever ends up buying that set again will be bamboozled not having any minifigures. I've heard of that happening. That used to be quite a problem. Till Lego took some action against it. So basically they started mixing in where the minifigures were. They weren't all in one bag. They would put a minifigure piece basically in each different bag, and it became harder to just steal the pieces out of. So they figured out eventually some ways to combat that, but it was still crazy. So yeah, we're just building the base at this point, I believe, but we'll keep on building here. More dark green, reddish brown 1x1 plates. Haven't seen those in a new set in a while. That's good. I just don't get enough pieces in new sets. This is nice. Most of my backlog is fairly old, I would say. There you go. I need to separate that again. I made another mistake. There you go. How big a mistake have I made? Oh no, that's another piece we're adding now. Okay, that's another step. There we go. Weird little combination of bricks right there. Got some of those curved bricks, curved arches. Okay. There's going to be, yeah, make 2 of these, of course. Got to circle back and make more. There we go. That on there. Yeah, plenty of those kind of medium-sized dark green half arch pieces being incorporated in the base. Fat Daddy Bricks is here. Good to see you, Fat Daddy Bricks. And Henry the Horse says, no pizzazz. I just threw up from eating pizza a couple nights ago. Same thing with dairy, but love cheese. Oh no, Henry's got the same problem that I do. Yeah, some dairy doesn't work for everybody, unfortunately. So yeah, we're struggling. For me, it's not so much of a digestion thing. It's more of an allergic reaction, like a histamine makes me sneezy and snuffly really bad. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, I got to enjoy plenty of cheese while it lasted before that happened. Yeah, that's what happens when you get old. Sometimes things change and your body doesn't like certain things anymore. Like I don't run anymore. I go for walks now. I don't run. Used to do a lot of running when I was younger. I like to pretend I'm old and grump about it. Cheststorm is here. Hello, my bud. What are you building today? We are working on the Lego Botanical maple tree, the bonsai tree. Let me show you guys here. We'll flash up this box. So got a couple of these at Costco for a very good deal. And Steven built one, so I still have one left. So I'm building this on the live stream. So it won a poll versus a couple different options. We had some friends and Star Wars and other things we could have built tonight, but this one won. So, and I was kind of expecting it to win, but at the same time, I've been very wrong about some polls that I've seen in the past. I've been like, oh, this is definitely going to win, and then it absolutely did not win. I keep thinking Spyrus is would have won democratically, but now I had to force it to happen. Alrighty, almost done with this second piece, and I bet you we'll do the mirror image of this for the other corners as well. There we go. Okay, and that goes over here. Am I missing something? No? We good? Oh, we're missing a tan 1x2 plate that I forgot to add on that side. Okay. There you go. Hey, there's a gap. So, starting to form that nice base with the rounded edges. Very fancy. There we go. Alright, so we're just building the mirror image of that twice then. That's easy enough to figure it out. I gotta go. My car is ready from the maintenance, so I hope to catch you when I get back home. Take care, Luke. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Rob, I'm listening to this stream and building an extension to the Wolfpack/Orc mock. Sounds good, Grumpy. Looking forward to seeing that mock at a convention, hopefully soon. Anselm says, wouldn't mind seeing a video-themed 12-hour build someday. That would be interesting. It would be, of course, music-related. So that would be, yeah. Have to figure out how to make that into a... I mean, the video sets... like the stages and stuff, they were roughly a 12-hour size build. It's totally possible. I would need to get some more figures, I think. Or maybe make some of my own. Now you got me thinking about this, Ansa. James McGee is here. Good to see you, James. Hello, Mark. How are you today? I'm doing good. There you go, James. James doing good. I'm doing pretty good, too. The weather's been really nice. It's kind of cool. Cooler, I should say. It's still somewhat warm, even in September. But it's a little bit drier, breezier, not so rainy. The plants outside don't like it, but I like it. Less humidity is very, very nice. We have typically pretty humid in Georgia, so. But yeah, so I'm doing pretty good. And back in the studio after a long August of not being at home most of the time. It's my introverted self is happy. So. Arwen Brick says, all those Botanic sets are beautiful. We need those designers working on Marvel and Star Wars and DC. Yeah, I think that they've let, like, I don't know if it's they have the most talented designers per se. I think that they have more freedom to create what they want to. I think they have less people on the top telling them what it should look like and what size it should be and what price it should be. Although that being said, this Japanese maple was much more expensive than I thought it should have been, based on my experience with Lego. I'm not an expert or anything on pricing, but based on the amount of parts that were in it and based on the price of other botanical sets, this one was a little expensive and it was better as a deal at Costco, for example. So, yeah. So, but yeah, overall, I think that the designs, basically all the botanical sets have been perfect and looked really stunning and unique. So, yeah, totally agree, Arwen Bricks. So. Andrew says, there were loads of dark green ingots in the family reunion Lunar New Year set. Enjoyed that set. Good for cities. Yeah, the roof, I think it was. Yeah, so that was a good one. Some great pieces in there. I think that's probably how I got most of those dark green ingot pieces. So, one more of those, and we'll be pretty much done with the stand here. There we go. Lots of dark green corner plates, too. I don't remember... Has this existed before this set? It probably has. I just don't think I've ever gotten any pieces of this color and configuration before, so several new elements for me. Gonna get this last one done. So the first bag is essentially just the base, and then the other 4 bags are for the tree itself. That makes sense. It's starting to add up, right? I think. Put this plate here. There you go. It's been pretty, I would say, reasonable building speed so far. I haven't been making too many big mistakes or slowing myself down too much. Nothing too complex yet. I like the shape of it so far, though. I think it'll look nice when it's done. There you go. Yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised with the last live stream set that we built. It was the pop-up party bus. And I always used to dunk on most of the Lego Movie 2 sets. I know there were some good designs for sure, but I just was like, yeah, they all went on sale. Nobody wanted to buy them. Just kind of, that's where my headspace was. And after building it, I'm like, this is such a fun set. I know it was kind of overpriced when it released, I feel. But at the same time, it's like, there's so many details and, play elements, functionality to it. And everything opened up and closed up again. It was pretty cool. So... definitely changed my opinion about that set when building it, so I'm glad I did. It's still together over there, just kind of lingering around my sorted brick, so maybe it'll last a little bit longer than some of the other stuff that's gone that direction. So, well, working on a very nice wooden tray base for this so far. Let's get this in there. All dark green for the container, and then maybe regular green for the base itself, like moss. That's pretty cool. There we go. So, looking pretty nice. I like that rounded shape, very classy. Got the 4 feet on the bottom. The color in the bottom is pretty ugly, but you won't be able to really see that from even the lowest of vantage points. It's pretty flat, and it lies really close to the table, so should be good. Shouldn't have any issues. We'll see. Is there any base under there? No, it's just straight on. Just slap it on there. We'll do it then. There we go. And then you got these bright green heart plates. I've got a couple of these, I think, from Mario sets already. There you go. Man, that fills out very nicely, though. Very nice. There you go. A couple of these on top to really secure it in there. And where does this go? Oh, we put a... Oh, no! I made a mistake! I missed the white one. Here we go. There we go. Let's put that right there. Awesome. Alright, let me make sure I'm not missing too many good comments here. Chrome Vader! Good to see you, Chrome Vader! Thanks for stopping by. Nice, says Chistrom. Yes, a good botanical set is always nice. Mark, would you rather go exploring with Johnny Thunder or Indiana Jones? Johnny Thunder all the way. Indiana Jones, like, if you've seen most of his sidekicks don't survive, you are going to have a perilous, uncomfortable journey with Indiana Jones. Johnny Thunder, his sidekicks come back every mission. You know, they're clearly, it's worth doing for them. So I think I would enjoy being with Pippin Reed and Dr. Lightning, Dr. Kilroy, depending on your name choice. I think that would be the best for sure. I would enjoy that more. But yeah, it would both be fun, but I think I'd survive with Johnny Thunder, put it that way. Great question, though. Rob Clark says, I can't eat the season from the ramen noodles anymore because you have the gout. Oh dear, found out when I was about 20. Yeah, so that's bad. Yeah. Seasoning from ramen noodles can be spicy sometimes, so. I was only ever allergic to penicillin, but now I've got an allergic reaction to dust due to living in a horse town for the last 8 years. Got to take an allergy pill daily now. Oh no, Darkseid Berserkers, that's unfortunate. Yeah, dust can get you too, for sure. That is true. Let's see, that goes there, that goes there. Put the last few plates in here, and we'll be good to go. Yeah. And nice little base made, very secure. Feels great. Looking at the box, you would kind of assume that it's too thin and fragile, but this is absolutely sturdy, so that's very good. Nothing to complain about so far. We're doing pretty good on time. We're about 30 minutes into the build so far. We might be able to get to that video figure after all. That would be terrific. All right. Any other comments here? Klein Bricks. Good to see you, Klein Bricks. Hope you're doing well. Watching while building the Siege Encampment Lego set. That is a great one, Klein Bricks. I have that one up on the shelf behind me. I'm really glad I bought it. It's a pretty cool one. But yeah, that sounds like a great build project. Nurse Nikki Bricks is here. Good to see you, Nurse Nikki Bricks. Hope you're doing well. Hey, I need your advice. I made a 7x9 base plate Lego table and want to create an island called Mockland. I have hundreds of sealed Lego sets, and now I feel overwhelmed and don't know how to start. Oh dear, Nurse Nikki Bricks. Well, let me give you a couple pieces of advice. Figure out some of your top priorities for your Lego world, your Lego table that you want to fill out. Do you want the town in a certain position on the table? Do you want it in the middle? You want it over on the left side, right side? Decide that. Then start to kind of break down how much space you think some of these sets will take. Figure out what kind of terrain you want. Do you want it all to be land with roads and streets and sidewalks? Or do you want to have like a little ocean on the one side? A lot of Lego cities have a nice little beach, or maybe a river or a pond. Figure out where you want to put those things, and kind of, I would suggest sketching it out, drawing it out, but take it one step at a time. You don't have to do this all at once. A good Lego project will take you days, weeks, however much time you need to. So don't be overwhelmed. Enjoy and appreciate the time. And yeah, that sounds like a very exciting project. I'm excited for you, Nurse Sticky Bricks. So, Okai is here. Good to see you, Okai. Sorry for missing the last stream due to BrickCon. No worries, Okai. I'm glad you were enjoying BrickCon. That is a very exciting event. One day I'll make it over there, but it is a long ways away from Georgia. It's literally the opposite side of the country, and I think it's like over 3,000 miles. It's not going to happen anytime soon without flights, probably. I don't think I can drive that far. One day I'll make it, though. But glad you got to enjoy it. I'm sure you saw some amazing mocks while you were there. Very cool. All right, where are we? We're putting down tiles. Interesting. Okay. A red 2x2 tile on the base. Maybe there's like leaves on the ground vibes going on here. And there's a tan one over here. Some lime 2x4 tiles. Those are nice. I don't recall having these in my collection before either, so very good. A couple tan quarter round tiles being placed in here. Ooh, we got some lime stuff happening. Let's get these out where we can see them. Just one of these so far. A couple corners. There's some cool looking pieces in here though, man. There's some fun stuff. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. There you go. Put that there. And this there. And this there. And this there. There you go. Wow, good pieces. All right, make sure I'm not missing any important comments. Henry the Horse says those big leaves are expensive. Yeah, the different colored leaves are going to be hard to track down for a while, I think. I especially like the new medium-sized leaf piece. This is like replacing the old bamboo stock piece, the 1x1 round brick with the 3 leaves on the side of it. That piece always breaks super easy. You always find those little leaves in your plant bin separated and broken. This is not going to break anytime soon. This is an extremely durable piece. So, and very thin. You could stack these very, even more densely than the old style. So I love this piece. I think this is great. Unfortunately, I only have it in this kind of red color right now. Maybe there'll be some other shades to choose from soon. But I want this in all the greens for sure. Great piece. And these guys are cool too. These palm leaves in orange. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to use them for if I were to take apart one of the 2 copies of the set I have. But maybe some either futuristic palm trees, maybe explosions, maybe alien worlds, alien landscapes have different color leaves sometimes. Lots of things you could do. I'm hoping to get this set for my birthday. This would be a good birthday gift, Arwen Bricks. I think so. I would like this as a birthday gift. This is a good one. All right, I found a transclear Technic beam in a bulk lot and I've never seen before. Those are pretty cool. I've got a few kind of medium-sized ones in my collection. I have no idea where they came from, but they're good. So, There's some out-of-this-world parts that LEGO has made. Yeah, if you dig deep enough, you'll be surprised. I've seen a lot of LEGO pieces, and every now and then, like today, for example, you see stuff you've never seen before. It's pretty fun. Well, we're just wrapping around with more of these smaller curved slopes in lime. But yeah, I really like these. This, of course, is new to my collection, these lime rounded pieces. LEGO just comes up with whatever piece they want nowadays. These are crazy. They're really cool. Almost feels like cheating to use such cool LEGO pieces, but no, they're great. So let's put those here. There we go. Yeah, nice little lime mound for this tree to sit on. Little terrain blob. Looks great. Am I missing one? No, there's one. There we go. Perfect. And this one almost certainly goes right there. There we go. Nope, the dark green corner plates are new for this year. Yep, there we go. I thought they might be. Thank you very much for confirming that, Okai. Also, in the Halloween wreath and wicked bookends. The wickends? The wicked bookends. I like that that shortening of those words. T Valkyrie, good to see you, T Valkyrie. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. I'd want to go run with Clutch Powers. There you go. Clutch Powers would be a good adventure to go on. You're, I think, likely to survive with Clutch Powers. He seems like a good guy. Yeah, Johnny Thunder would try to save you too if you were falling into quicksand or something. Yeah, Indiana Jones, he'd be like, sorry. Gotta go get the treasure. Well, no, Indiana Jones would try and save. He's a pretty good dude sometimes. Got the sunlight's a little too bright. Tone it down. It's still a little too bright. If the exposure doesn't calm down in a minute, I'll have to adjust my camera settings. But sometimes you get, there you go, a little bit darker. Sometimes the camera decides to flashbang everybody, and that doesn't work as well. These little stubby pieces are very cool too. Little lichens, very nice. Oh, I put them in the wrong space. Hold on. There you go. Awesome. This set has been getting torn apart in reviews due to the price and ugly gray joints. Glad you've got a good deal on it. Yeah, if you can get it for, I think it was like 15-ish off for me. So yeah, if you can get it for a little discount, I think this is totally worth it just for the parts. But yeah, at full price, I could see people getting a little grumpy with it. And I think there's no excuse at this point for LEGO to not do colored mixels in certain sets. This is a great example of why they could have just had a tan or dark tan mixel joint configuration. They are literally physically making them for Legoland employees. I figured this out recently. They can order whatever color of those little mixel joints they want and have them built at Legoland. So the logic behind them not being in sets is parts and economy and saving money for Lego. And if you're already charging more money, you can afford to make more colors. So it's, I don't know. I can get grumpy with it, but yeah. Dust of the Bricks is here. Good to see you, Dust of the Bricks. Thanks for tuning in. I'm actually making it to a live stream again. You made it, Dusty. So for those watching, go check out Dusty's channel. He's got a bunch of great videos on Belleville. He's got Fabuland. He's been doing coverage of animals lately, so go check out Dusty's channel for sure. And glad you're able to make it to a stream, man. Appreciate you. Henry the Horse says, Harry Kane too? Oh, Harry Kane's great. Yeah, he was a good hero as well. Lego adventurer type figure. Just building Adventures Muck and figures from old parts. Yeah, I included Harry Kane and what was her name? Harry Kane's, the gal from Harry Kane's universe. I included all the Pharaoh's Quest figures in my latest Adventurers Muck, and it felt right. It seemed correct to me. So, seemed like as it should be. All right, we're adding a bunch of little detail bits here to these last few spots. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I'm loving the colors and textures. Definitely want to use these in castle mocks. Want to build some mossy mountain sides with lichens and things like that. It'll be fun. Looking forward to that. Actually, looking forward to making a castle collab with some friends and Peach Lug members. For Atlanta BrickCon this upcoming February. So if anyone's going to Atlanta BrickCon in Atlanta in February, message me on Instagram. I'll hook you up. We're trying to get some castle builders together to make a little fun scene. So Ryan is here. Good to see you, Ryan. You should do a stream with Steven sometime. I should. He was actually off of work today, but I think he was busy playing video games, taking a big nap. So I'll bamboozle him onto a stream, maybe a Sunday evening stream sometime. But yeah, we'll do something with Steven at some point soon, because I'm sure he would be happy to say hi to everybody. So when he has energy, he works pretty hard these days. He's a welder again, so he's doing a good job. Is good in this economy, but he's also usually tired. The 3-leaf pieces are just in red and bright green so far. Bright green's awesome though. I need to get some bright green ones. That's good, Anselm. Thank you for letting me know. Okai says, if you can't make it to BrickCon, you can attend virtually. That's how I've been attending. It's almost as fun as going in person. Okai, I will have to do that next time. That sounds like a good time. So, Nurse Nikki Bricks donated. Thank you so much for the $6.99, Nurse Nikki Bricks. Appreciate it. Thanks for the lace. I'm a big fan of your work. Well, thank you, Nurse Nikki Bricks. I appreciate that. And looking forward to your awesome Lego Universe project that you're building on the table. That sounds super exciting. So. James McGee says, those lime tiles would be great for building a frog. These actually would be really good for frog building. They would make a great tropical tree frog coloration for sure. Yeah, there's the very good pieces to choose from in this set. So let's see, what else? It's just the two? Am I missing one? No? It's just out of sight, I'm sure. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Sometimes I think, oh, there's a piece missing. Finally, I can call Lego and complain. No, it's just there. There's not even 9 times. 1 out of 100 pieces that you can't find is actually missing. It's usually just hiding underneath another piece because I dump them all out chaotically like this. So. Let's put this on this. Why is this like this, too? Does this need to happen? Are we sure? I guess we'll figure out. There you go. That's a interesting little, like this. Why are we doing this? Why aren't we just doing plates? I guess there's a reason. We'll find out, I suppose. So maybe we need an axle right there. That axle connection. We'll see. Hopefully the audio isn't getting too noisy for you. My computer fan's starting to turn on. It's getting all worked up. There's nothing to be worked up about. The stream's going fine. Wi-Fi isn't an issue yet, so. Alright, let's keep building. Put some tan slopes on this side. I already have a bunch of these little inverted arch pieces. I have probably 1,000 of them from Lugbook, so that's a cool piece. I'm glad to see it. I've already got it, but it's cool. I think pieces like that might have been on pick-a-brick walls at Lego stores too. SFAM Studios is here dropping all the emojis. I love it. And Tim says, I want to build a minifig scale Thunderbird 2 from Thunderbirds. That sounds pretty cool, Tim. That'd be a fun build. A lot of green and curved parts that is needed. Oh, so a challenging color and shape to work in, I see. Kleinbrick says, I just found a really cool misprint part, the 1x1 round gold tile with crown. Oh, so the coin print, the medieval coin. Found one that looks like a counterfeit coin. Hey, you could make a coin clipper and like somebody who's trying to counterfeit coins. That'd be interesting. I'm sure they did that at medieval times. It was probably a problem. Darkseid Berserker said, I picked up the new Avengers Quinjet yesterday, and it was an early birthday gift for my lady. It was too big for my Avengers Tower mock, so as all builders do, I ripped it apart and spent 12 hours rebuilding it. What? You've been working on that build forever, Darkseid Berserkers. Oh my goodness. Well, hey, you gotta make it the right size for the Quinjet, I guess, so. Yeah. And oh, yeah, Grumpy J pointed out that Dusty has been working on a great castle mock. I think it was a wooden castle, like a brown castle. Super cool. Worth checking out on his channel. You can go click on his name and go right to it if you'd like to. Let's see. Anselm says, I think those new tough pieces would be great for sparse vegetation and rocky terrain. Want to get them once they're on pick-a-brick. Yeah, they would be like lichens, like not ferns, mosses, that sort of thing. They'd be great for that. That was my thought as well. All right. Yeah, we're doing okay. Let's do that there. And that there. And that there. Awesome. Alright, we got an axle on the bottom and 2 pins on that side. Do we have an yeah, we have our inverted slope right there. And a dark tan one. And yeah, we definitely needed an axle on that side. That's why there's that piece there to provide a nice secure axle connection point like that. That actually works pretty well. Yeah, some great tan swoopy sculpting going on there. Almost looks like a foot, like a leg. Like, thum, 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 thum. But yeah, that's going to make a nice tree trunk shape. That profile is looking good. And it just goes kerplunk. Right there. There you go. Starting to look like a tree trunk in the middle of a little landscape planter there. And a few more pieces getting added right here. It actually feels kind of wobbly right now. I don't know. I don't think pins were the right choice there. I would have gone for axles. Well, it's not my design. I don't have to keep it together if I don't want to. Alright, axle going in. Yeah. I do like these Ninjago horn pieces for this branch configuration. I think the way they've been integrated looks pretty seamless right there. There's one tree in the medieval medieval village set, the more recent one. That tree looks terrible, and so does the tree in the Shire set. So there's a couple trees in really good sets that don't look good, that are trying to use pieces like this, and they're failing. So clearly it's doable, you just need to do it right. I think this is an example of what it should have looked like in some cases. There we go. The new design fits much better, cutting the width and length down, but still able to fit all the figs and bike inside. There you go. That works. I am going to the Atlanta show in February, says Grumpy. Nice. Well, I'll see Grumpy there, and hopefully a few more people too. That should be a fun time. Looking forward to that, of course. It would be good to see Steven. Yeah, well, we'll do a stream with Steven, and we'll be sure to make sure everyone knows that Steven will be there too. He would be happy to stop by, I think. We just need to arrange it. Nice little connection points for the tree branches going together here. Lots of Technic. Should also mention that there's new pieces for me. That little branch piece is like that's brand new to me. I've never seen that Technic piece before. It might be new to this set. I should read more of the coverage of these newer sets. Be like, oh yeah, I read on the new Elementary, or I saw on this Jangbricks or whoever, Tiago. These people who review sets. I should actually watch their videos so that I know what's new and what's not. Yeah, I'm on the night shift right now, so I'm sleeping during the live streams and just watching all the live streams in the middle of the night. Oh, sorry, Dusty. You're catching the replay. But yeah, glad you're able to make it for a little bit on this one, though. That's good. We've, of course, missed you, Dusty. Glad you're still making videos when you can, too. So. Yeah, making more tree branches here. We've got a couple more bags left. We're at 5 o'clock Eastern time, 45-ish minutes into the stream. So doing great on time. Building efficiently. It's not too slow. Sometimes I build pretty slowly, but not today. Oh, that's posable. Okay. We'll do that. So I don't know if this is intentional or not, but you can actually turn this branch as needed. Probably a little bit. We'll see. I'd be surprised if Wes just left it at a right angle. So. Oh, do we need it? No, there you go. Another branch. Same configuration. Piece count is all been computer counted. My daughter says that sometimes I'm missing a piece, but it hides in other parts. Yeah, it's odds are the missing piece is actually there. It's just not visible. That's what usually happens for sure. Oh, my bad. Oh, not the tower I tore apart. The Quinjet and remade it. The tower will never come apart on purpose. Oh, okay, Darkseid Berserkers. I was confused. I thought you said you immediately tore down your tower to make room for the Quinjet. No, you tore the Quinjet apart to make room for the tower. That makes sense. And yeah, that also makes sense why you're talking about the Quinjet fits better now. Yeah, that sounds great. I'm sure it looks amazing. I misinterpreted your comment there. No worries. Hey, it's the makings of a tree mech. That it is, Henry. This is a mech that I'm developing. This is just the foot. There's going to be another one, No, we're just building a set today. Nothing too complex. Mech building on a stream would actually be very difficult for me just because of the way my parts are sorted. So yeah, I one day I'll have to do that just to really challenge myself and give myself a headache, but not today. All right, and that's going like that. Here we go. And this goes up like that. Yeah, I like the shape of that so far. It looks very tree trunk-y. Yeah, we haven't gotten to the really more gray elements yet, but maybe we'll see how bad it is once we get there. So far, enjoying it. Think it looks good. We'll see. Interesting parts connection here. I think they're looking for strength as far as these guys can separate from normal bar connections relatively easily, so I'm sure their engineering department was working very hard on this one. Put it that way. Oh, the light shade of orange, not the dark shade of orange. And now the middle shade of orange, not the light shade or darker shade. And you put the red ones on top. So 2 of these. We need 2 more like this. Built. Or we just need 2 total. Yeah, we can do that. There we go. Oh, I missed a piece too. Yeah, you're supposed to do a plate right there. Yeah, and these the new burnt orange color is being used quite a bit in botanicals, but I haven't seen it outside of the newer city space from last year too much. So yeah, I haven't seen it a lot. Maybe it's not in the sets I'm looking at, or I haven't seen all the sets that have it. So building another branch. Nothing too complicated. I imagine they're going right there. Like that. Let's see what it says. Yep, they're going right there. Like that. That'll do it. and they want them to go kind of upwards, which works, I guess. Yeah, that's a little bit more gray than I would like, but I'm kind of used to that fact of Lego building, the gray being there. So, that goes Kerplump, Marco Falworth. Yep, that's a great quote by Marco Falworth, the renowned orator. Into the parts bin, yes, unfortunately. Elementary, my dear Watson. Of course. Let's see. Got some of these little inkwell pieces going down. Did I miss some? Yeah, okay. More of these can go in here. There you go. Awesome. That makes it a little bit more secure. I'll remember that connection. Oh, one more. And yeah, lots of these little plant pieces. I'm excited about that. These look great. There you go. And this is going to go on top, I imagine. Yeah, right there. There we go. Doink. Yeah, that's a nice sturdy branch. There's some gray in there, but it's not bothering me too much in person. I think it looks pretty good. It would be better if it was tan, but yeah. As long as they cover the sides of the tree trunk, we'll be fine. Am I missing a piece? No. Not yet. Okay. In the Ford Bronco set, there is a 3-way Titan connector in the set, which is a new part. Yeah, there you go, Tim. So the Ford Bronco's got some too. Mark, did you see how we do shows here in Down Under on my YouTube? Oh my goodness, Tim. I haven't gotten into it yet. I will watch it soon. I apologize. So, trying to motorize the Ford Bronco as it was a headache. Yeah, I can imagine so, Tim. Adding a motor to a set could be pretty difficult, especially if you're like constrained to a certain size or parts. That could be difficult for sure. It looks very tree trunky. Marco Polo. Oh, Cross Everyone Customs getting all these crazy quotes. Fantastic. What is a tree trunk but the foot of a tree? That's Okai with the deep philosophical take over here. I like it. You guys are roasting me. I think it's fair though. I am spitting some crazy sentences out here. More tree branches. Of course. I'm not complaining though. I like these parts a lot. I think this is going to be my new favorite Lego piece right here. This little 3-leaf piece. Looks great. So many uses. Did I open the right bag? Did I miss something? Oh, I missed bag 3. I opened bag 4 ahead of time. My bad. We'll push those to the side and open bag 3. I missed the whole bag. I went to skip it. Hi there, just joined. How's it going? Good to see you, Ollie. Hope you're doing well. We are building the Lego Botanical Japanese Maple Tree, which is a beautiful little build so far. Nothing too crazy, nothing to complain about, but loving some of the new pieces and colors, especially liking this little 3-leaf piece that I'm seeing in great numbers in this set. So, debating whether or not I'll keep it in my displayed sets. I don't have a ton of room for lots of sets, but I could squeeze one more in if I needed to. Probably. We'll see. Oh wow, we're getting some elaborate rounded plates here. There we go. Alright. Yeah, you can basically build whatever you want with these little curved plates at this point. They're very, very advanced curvature going on here. When I was younger, we didn't have all these luxuries, all these newer pieces. We had nothing of the sort. Here we go. That looks kind of cool. Alright, yeah, just paying attention so don't put any of the wrong pieces down. There we go. A little bit of dark tan underneath the regular tan actually looks really good. There we go. Is that this? No, this side. Here we go. There we go. Look how nice that looks. See that? Let's put it over here. overall. Actually, we'll leave the pieces visible right there. But yeah, you can see that nice exterior slopey part right there. Looks good. All right, more branches. Where was it? Where was I? Elementary, my dear Watson. Mark of Falworth, 2025, September 12th. They should have made the watchtower from the Thunderbolts as a set. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, there's certain things that it would seem obvious, but Lego does not do. But yeah, well, maybe one day we'll get some more certain things I'd like to see. I'm glad they are at least making a Star Trek set. That's a really good step in the right direction. They need to make a couple more. More Lord of the Rings, especially sets that are under $500. Yeah, stuff like that would be great. Cheaper Lord of the Rings sets. Johnny718 is here. Hey, Mark. Hey, stream. The botanical line is growing on me, especially the bonsai trees. Growing on me. Pun intended. Especially the bonsai trees. Yeah, the bonsai trees are great. They're fantastic. I am liking this one a lot. I have the other one assembled on my table over there. This one might have to join it. We'll see. We'll see. See how I'm feeling at the end of it. Darkside Brick Circus says, they need to make the ball joint parts in other colors besides gray. Saying this is an avid Star Wars builder. Yeah, absolutely. I found out that they literally do for Legoland. If you follow Lego.Joey on Instagram, I think it's Lego.Joey, Lego_Joey. Lego Joey, who is a master model builder for Legoland New York, was able to order ball joint pieces for Mox in whatever color he wants. So that just was like, okay, yeah, they can do it. Why aren't they doing it? There's no excuse not to, in my opinion. Yeah, so it is what it is. That's a cool piece. Look at this kind of slightly curved macaroni piece. So you had the original right angle, and you have like a gentle curve. Oh, like you can't see. There you go. Yeah, totally different angle, totally different piece. That's new to me for sure. Very cool. And it's supposed to be like, nope. There you go. Easy to get lost. There we go. 1-to-1 scale of what you should do. Do not mess it up. All right, and this goes over here. And does it turn? Yeah, like that. There you go. And we've got a little angle piece here to add more branches. There we go. Kind of going downwards now. A lot of bonsais tend to have branching leaves like that, though. Okai says, I see what you did there, Johnny. Luke Dukem is back. He says, I'm back. Wait, you're not done yet? No, Luke Dukem, we're taking our time with this one. We're a little less, actually we're about an hour into the build so far, and I usually do streams for about 2 hours now, just because if I'm going to the effort of streaming, might as well last a little bit longer. So yeah, we'll finish this build up, probably not too much longer, and then we'll probably crack open this video minifigure too, and build this for kicks and giggles. But yeah, I think I would like to use that dragon head for like a dragonborn minifigure at some point. Be pretty neat, I think. So yeah, we're not done yet. Ollie says, got a nice score from the pick-a-brick wall in Frankfurt here today. Sorting while watching this is perfect. Hey, there you go, Ollie. That's awesome. Great way to watch a live stream is to be engaging with Lego on your side of the screen as well, for sure. 64 views for my Hamilton brick show. I guess not too bad for an apprentice like me in the world of YouTube. Hey, 64 views is not bad for working on your YouTube channel. Trying to build up my D&D channel separate as well, so like seeing 40 views, 50 views feels good when you've just started out and you have like a few subscribers. So yeah, not bad, Tim. Anselm says, I'm hoping for midi scale Star Trek sets in the future. Fingers crossed, Anselm. That'd be amazing. I'd be so excited to have some Star Trek sets to build with. And this branch you want to push all the way. How does this work? Oh, push it out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we want to at an angle after all. Good to know. Yeah, Star Trek sets would be so great. So awesome. I'm going to be buying whatever Star Trek sets they make. I just hope that they're good ones. They should do a good job. If it's bad, I will be the first to let you know. I will be very vocal about it if it's a terrible set. I think it'll be good. I'm hopeful. There's leaked images, but I'm not putting too much stock in them yet. We'll see. They looked pretty janky to me. They looked pretty inauthentic, in my humble opinion. So, where there is a plate, there we go. Put that there, and this there. So a mirrored side to the trunk. Not bad, but it could have been better. They could have gone for full asymmetry, but instead they chose a symmetrical trunk. I think it still looks nice. Still looks good. Lots of great little slopes mixed in. It's pretty cool. Not gonna be too hard on them. It looks good. There's some visible red though. I don't like that. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Oh no, there's more you can add to the base. Interesting, we'll do that then. Real quick. And there. Yeah, that looks good. Looks better. Nice. Alright, it looks like a little gnarly tree trunk. Alright, where was I? Oh, SFAM Studios has to scoot. They said, bye Mark, take care SFAM Studios. Thank you for stopping by. What was the con you mentioned in February called? It's called Atlanta Brick Con. And it's at the Gath South Arena Convention Center. And that is going to be in Duluth, Georgia, even though it's Atlanta. It's just outside of Atlanta. And so, yeah, it's one of the bigger shows in the Southeast. Very enjoyable experience last year. Me and Steven brought a lot of mocks. We'll bring a similar amount for this year. This upcoming year, I should say. So, yeah, definitely recommend it if you can make it. It's worth traveling to. It's a big show. And tickets and signups and all that are all available. You can go to atlantabrickcon.com, I believe, is where they have a website for the convention itself. So, keep an eye out for that one. James McGee says, I have that video set. It's one of my favorites. Hey, there you go, James. I picked it up because it looks really cool. I think it's one of the more interesting video figures, and I'm excited to build it. So, we'll probably build it tonight if we have time. I think we will. We're doing pretty good on time so far. Making a tree branch. I'm thinking these leaves will be pretty sturdy. They feel pretty good. They're not going anywhere yet. There we go. Star Trek in competition to Star Wars. Yeah. They are kind of competitive, but they're also very different fan bases. The people who watch Star Trek all the time do watch Star Wars, but the people who watch Star Wars do not watch Star Trek and probably won't buy Star Trek stuff. The people who buy merch for these things, I think there's more overlap with the Star Trek community enjoying Star Wars 2 versus Star Wars fans enjoying Star Trek 2. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I feel like Star Wars is bigger, and I feel like Star Trek's a little bit of an older demographic, so maybe those more professional, adult-looking MIDI scale sets will work really well. We'll see. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Interesting. There we go. Get that down there. I got these two branches, and I'm almost sure I know where these are going. Yes! Yes! All right, put them right there. Nice. Maybe a little bit more like that. There you go. Cool. And I'm sure we've got a red one to go on the top. There we go. I'm seeing a pattern now. I'm starting to figure it out. My wife and I are skipping Christmas presents and instead going halvesies on the Star Trek set. Hey, there you go, Luke. That'll work. That's the way to do it. Yeah, I don't think the Star Trek set should be outrageously priced, but we'll see. Yeah, I've never heard of this Star Trek. Seems like another Jedi trick to me. Darkside Brick Circus, I think you'd like Star Trek. There's some fun stories to be had there. Strange New Worlds, the more recent Star Trek series, is really enjoyable. I have enjoyed that quite a bit. I actually got a Paramount Plus account just to watch it after seeing some of it on Amazon. So, yeah, there's some good show to be seen there. Interesting concepts, good characters. It's not quite the same as Star Wars, though. If you like Star Wars, it's definitely a different feel. If you like sci-fi, you should enjoy it. So, all right, now we're on bag 4. And I already opened bag 4. So we should be good to go. There doesn't seem to be that many pieces left, too, so hopefully it's correct. There we go. Yeah, when it comes to Star Trek, Star Wars debate, I prefer Star Trek. But I like Star Wars, too. I will watch Star Wars. I enjoy Star Wars, but I'm a Star Trek fan first. Because that's what I watched first, and I enjoy it a lot. Not all of it's good. Don't watch most of the movies. But there are some good things to be found, for sure. Is that right? I feel like that's right. Yeah. It's the right angle. We'll see how that works. Okay. More branches. We can do that. I want the mini bonsai set, but I feel like $65 is a little pricey. Hopefully they'll go on sale. Yeah, some of these sets are too expensive. The botanical sets are a little bit pricey for the parts count. It might just be because they're introducing new colors. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully we get some sales. I know I was able to get this maple tree at Costco for like $44 instead of the usual price, which is much more expensive. So on a deal, these are great. So Anselm says, if the leaked dimensions for the Enterprise D are accurate, I'll have to pass on it. I don't have the shelf space without taking down Lord of the Rings or Castle stuff. Yeah, if it's too big, then it'll be, people won't be able to display it. I might have to rearrange stuff significantly if I get it and if it's big. That would be kind of annoying. I'm hoping it's more MIDI scale. I'm hoping it's like, small enough to hold in my hands. So we'll see. Star Trek set will probably be good, but at this rate it will likely cost $1,500. Don't say that, Okai. I don't want to pay $1,500. Oh no. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it's not terrible. Hopefully it's a few $100. Yeah, I don't want it to be outrageously expensive. Yeah, red palm leaves. Very fun. Very interesting. That's a color I've never seen before. I like it. I think it looks good. Enjoying it. A few more branches. I'm going to put this somewhere. Yeah, I'll put that there. All right. Snap those in. Yeah, the connector pieces for the branches are nice and secure so far, so no issues yet. All these have much better clutch than normal. I think they've tweaked it a little bit. Or they're just brand new pieces and aren't worn out from building. Could be that too. We got that one. Don't roll that one. There we go. Lots of good red leaves here. If I can get this tower done in time, I might have to take a road trip from Cali out there for it. I'm thinking I'll be done with it by January, so hopefully, well, if you end up going on a road trip with your Lego mock, be sure you packed it very well, Darkside Brickcircers, but it'd be super cool to see you here. It'd be awesome to meet another friend on YouTube in real life. That'd be special. Thankfully, I've met a number of viewers in person at events, so I've been fortunate in that already. So. Luke Dukem says, I watch both Star Wars and Star Trek. The question is, Luke, which one do you prefer? But no, that's awesome. To enjoy both is the best, I think, because you're getting all of the variety of sci-fi. So. I'm more of the Orville fan myself. Hey, the Orville is great too. I've watched the Orville as well. I still like Star Trek, the original Star Trek stuff better, but Orville is pretty fun. So. A very unique take on Star Trek vibes. So, all right, opening bag 5. How are we doing? We're an hour and 10 minutes into the build. Not bad at all. We've already had a sip of Gatorade. Wi-Fi is holding out so far. Fingers crossed. Doing good. We're talking about Star Trek versus Star Wars. Good subject. Star Trek has been around longer than Star Wars, and with William Shatner. Yes, Star Trek predates Star Wars, that's for sure. I think that overall Star Wars has gotten more views and publicity through the movies, but I don't think it's that far off. So. Some good blue Gatorade. Some good Romulan ale, as they would say on Star Trek. Star Wars is better. Woo, I apologize for the cough. There you go. War Dead says, Lego Pirates Mock. This is a Lego set we're building tonight. Although it would work great for a Pirates Mock, wouldn't it? These red leaves would be interesting. So yeah, just a Lego set tonight. But yeah, we'll get to more pirates, I'm sure. I've never seen Star Trek. There's a lot of Star Trek shows and movies to watch. Just kind of pick which one you think you would enjoy. There's really old, like 60s era stuff. There's 90s, 80s, 2000s, and the more recent stuff that's come out. So all of it's got things to enjoy about it for sure. Let's see. I've heard it'll be $400. Oh, Luke. $400 for a Star Trek set would be a real pain, but we'll see. If it's really good, I'll pony up for it. But if it's not good, if it's not perfect, I'll be questioning whether I want to get it or not. We'll see. See how badly I need it. I do need it pretty badly, though. We'll see. Alrighty. Let's get this last branch connector up here. Like that. Is that the right angle? Let's see. No. No. Let's do it right there. Boink. That works. And one of these on top. Oh, there's an ad. All right, more branches. This is pretty straightforward. This is not that difficult to build once you get past the trunk. Good to know. Let's see. Darkside Break Zerker says, "Have you seen the new Alien Earth series? It's been great. It's been a great time so far. I haven't seen that. Which series is that on? Which streaming service is on? Is that on Hulu or something? I need to watch that. I do enjoy a good Xenomorph movie or show. So. Strange New Worlds is great. Favorite episode of the season is when some of the crew turn themselves into Vulcans and give Mr. Spock a hard time. Yes, that episode was so funny, Luke. I'm glad you're enjoying Strange New Worlds as well. That was a lot of fun. So. Darkside Berserker's Alien Earth has been top notch. Yeah, I need to watch that now. All my friends are recommending that. So, hang it on the wall. It'll be a lot of light bluish gray. Yeah, hang the Enterprise on the side like that. That'd be interesting. I mean, it's probably possible. You're probably right, Tim. Yeah, I could figure out a spot for a big set if I wanted to, but it's a matter of if I want to. It'd have to be pretty good, so we'll see. Never have to worry about shelf space, luckily, because I have no sets on display. Hey, Dusty, man of commitment there. Just not even worrying about it. Just not a problem because you don't even go there. I get it. I do like to display some sets. Most of my studio is for parts, but I do have some sets that I like for sure. D&D, some castles, some good ones. All right, another branch like this, and we'll be done with bag 5. This is going pretty quickly now. We're drawing it out reasonably well, though. We're not rushing through this, so yeah. I'm pretty happy with the techniques. Pretty okay with the colors. There's a few spots of light bluish gray to note that, like, yeah, that would definitely have been better in tan, and there's really no reason why they couldn't have made it in tan. But other than that, they're saving money by having it be light gray, so yeah, it's not too bad. For what it is, this is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with most everything about it, so put that there. And I forgot the back piece. There we go. Come on, here we go. And we'll do that. And this. And one more top piece while I read a comment here. Mm-hmm. Tim says, I need more space. Might get rid of my boarder that lives with me and take over his bedroom, and I need more display. Get rid of your roommate that's renting from you. There you go, Tim. You got to do what you got to do, I suppose. Morgan is here. Good to see you, Morgan. Thanks for tuning in. We are working on a nice botanical set tonight. Very serene, very peaceful. Nice, yeah, pretty chill building experience. Aside from an occasional presumed missing piece, but you know, we didn't freak out too much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. James McGee says, Mark, if you had a theme song, who would you have play it? Oh, golly, I don't know. Probably Sabaton. It's a Swedish power metal band. I like a good metal song every now and then. Who knows? Maybe Star Wars was inspired by Star Trek. Probably Cross. I think George Lucas was probably at least partially inspired by some of those sci-fi stories he's seen before. These guys got to be at a slight angle this time. And this branch, of course, goes on the top. There we go. Yeah, that's looking really nice. My computer fan is having a fit back there, so hopefully you can still hear me okay. Bag number 6. Last bag of the set. And it looks like we're just building out a few branches. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, once you kind of learn the pattern, this is not too bad. I was worried about this one, but I shouldn't have been. Let's see. Hold on. We had some comments here. Wardead says, have you heard of Warhammer? Yes, I'm a big fan of Warhammer, but I'm not like a super well versed on the lore. I just know the surface level. You know, I got the Ultramarines, you got the Space Marines, you got the Tyranids, you got all these different factions. I only know the basics, basically. So I would say it. So Gloria Erickson says, I was out for a little while. Have you discussed a very cool t-shirt, Mark? Oh, yes, Gloria Erickson. Let me show this off real quick. Got a cool new castle-themed t-shirt that I'm wearing. It's got the classic Lego dragon in silhouette, and I'm really happy with this. It's inspired by an old hoodie that I used to wear that had a black moose on it. It was a red hoodie, and it looked very much like this kind of this woodcut style. And like many clothing items, it eventually shrunk too small to fit me, and I was very disappointed by that. But now I have a t-shirt that very much embodies that look, and I think it's pretty cool. So if you want this t-shirt, it's on my website, link in the description. There's now over 20 t-shirt designs on my website you can check out. Lots of great Lego inspired merch to be found there. So, and more to come out soon. Got several on the way already. So Andrew says, Star Trek has more of a science element. Love that about it. Can't be a Star Wars battle, though. Both are great. Yeah, they both have their strengths, for sure, Andrew. Deep Space Nine was peak Star Trek. Yeah, and that's one of my favorites, too. I really like a lot of the characters and some of the situations that those characters are put into. So I think it was a great show. Started out a little bit slow, but really came into its own towards the end, for sure. Alien Earth is on Hulu. Nice. I have access to Hulu, so I could watch it. That's pretty good. Hulu, which will be combined with Disney Plus, it looks like in January. Well, I have it till January. So, yeah, that'll work. I can make it happen. I could probably just watch it before January, right? The show will be done before January, so yeah, I could do that. Yep, I am a big fan of Warhammer. I actually built some Warhammer mocks not too long ago. On my YouTube channel, you can find a Warhammer-inspired video. And I built some Warhammer Ultramarines and some Tyranids. It was great. So. Anyone have any recommendations for how to hang the Enterprise on the wall or wait until a company designs something? Yeah, there's a couple different like display solutions and storage solution companies. Like what's the name of them? Yeah, there's a couple out there. Is it Wicked Brick? I think is one of them, and that's in the UK if I'm not mistaken. And you can get some options. They're usually not cheap, but they're usually very nice. So keep an eye out as you're doing that. So, yeah, a couple more branches being added. As always, nothing too complex here. Okay, there we go. Oh, Bubble Bricks. Good to see you, Bubble Bricks. Hope you're doing well. We also have Lorem Ipsum. Howdy, stranger. Good to see you, Lorem. Hope you're doing well. We are just building a nice botanical set tonight. We're actually getting pretty far along on it, as you can see right now. There we go. Yeah, it's going well, and I've really enjoyed it so far. You know, minor few nitpicks here and there, but that aside, it's a great set. If it was more affordable, I think this would be flying off the shelves, but I think that where they have it priced is a little bit too high. I was able to acquire this at Costco for $44-ish, $44.99, and so at that price, I thought it was well worth it. So if you can find a little bit of a deal on it, absolutely pull the trigger, but full price, I could see why people might hesitate. So. I should say no display space left. Yeah, we Lego fans know the pain. So one day I will get a larger Lego room and I'll display sets again, but I have to wait till that happens. Yep, understood, Dusty. That's the biggest problem for most Lego fans, I think, is having enough display space for your Lego collection, be it parts or sets. So yeah, it's tough. Got to make choices. I know I can't display my Star Wars sets that I like because I would prefer to have my castle sets on display. So, you know, you got to make choices. Got to be prioritize things sometimes. Lorem Ipsum says, beautiful set. Any marbled pieces? Saw some of those leaf pieces had some black swirls. No marbled pieces that I'm able to make out, but they basically captured that effect by going with such a nice gradient from red to orange. Because you have the regular orange, original orange down here, you have the kind of the burnt orange, and you have the red happening all throughout the tree. So it looks really, really good. But yeah, no marbled pieces. I haven't seen a lot of those in the past few years, if I'm not mistaken. That'd be pretty cool. I have to leave at around 5 p.m., aka 6 p.m. your time mark. No worries, Cross. We should be wrapping up by around then, maybe a little bit after, so you won't miss too much. Let's see. Mr. Just Break It. Good to see you, Mr. Just Break It. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, all. Evan is here as well. Would you ever do a big Cyberpunk city build? No, Evan, because it's been done so much better than I could ever do. If you've ever seen the new Hashima build from multiple great builders collaborated, I should say dozens of great builders collaborated on that. I don't really feel the need to join them, even though they've made it clear that I would be very welcome if I wanted to build with them. So yeah, just probably not going to do any Cyberpunk stuff at any time soon. I might help Steven upgrade one of his Cyberpunk, future punk kind of vibe build. I might assist Steven, but that would be the only situation where I would do that, I think. It's just not my preferred theme. I think I'm going to build more castle stuff soon. Sad with all the gray pieces in the set. Yeah, that's what Okai was saying, that some people were not happy with the gray. Where I'm sitting, looking at this tree, yeah, there is, you can see some light bluish gray. At the same time, it doesn't bother me too much because I frequently had to use light bluish gray in organic nature scenes before. And yeah, it doesn't bother me too much. I rather like this set. I think it looks good. It's pretty strong. Not really going anywhere. Yeah, it's strong enough. It's a little wobbly, but that actually feels right, you know. I don't know, it's working for me, and that's it. Yeah, it's not a big set once you build it. It's actually relatively small, a lot of concentrated elements, but it fits great in this camera angle that I've got here, so that works. I like the base. I like the trunk area looks good. Yeah, great little bonsai tree, great colors. So yeah, thumbs up from Mark if you can get this for enough cheap enough price. If you're paying full price, if you got lots of money, sure. If you have a disposable income, great. But for people like me who are on a budget, try and get it on sale. See if you can get a friend with a Costco membership and get it for a little bit cheaper. But yeah, good set. All right, we're gonna move this. Do I put it there so we have the nice tropical shadows, or do I think I'm just gonna move it over here? Yeah, we'll put it right there. And so that set is done. And we still have plenty of time because it's an hour and 25 into our 2-hour stream. I still feel fine, got plenty of energy. So we are going to get this open. And now here's an example of when I will actually need a scissors or something because you got the tape. So well, let me go get a scissors or something to open this here. All right, where was I? Got a nice scissors here. You can open this box. Yeah, some of the video figures from Series 2, I believe it was, are actually pretty hard to find in the United States. They weren't really sold as frequently over here, so they can actually be somewhat expensive on Bricklink depending on where they're located. So, yeah, this will be interesting. I don't have a lot of video figures. There's a couple. Let's see. It's a possibility Star Wars and Star Trek are both sci-fi and space themed. It's a possibility, comma. Yes. Grumpy J says, wow, sweet shirt. Oh, thank you, Grumpy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm very happy to be designing my own t-shirts again, be able to upgrade my wardrobe and improve. Because a lot of my older t-shirts, I'm literally wearing out my clothes as I live my life. Some of my jeans and t-shirts are from like 10 years ago, and they're just frayed. So I need to make some new stuff to wear and some cool Lego stuff. And unfortunately, Lego's pretty bad about merch, so I'm making my own that looks really special and fun. So, should be cool. Wrong button. And yeah, you should be able to purchase your own t-shirts on my website if you want. Alright, we've got the little base plate, which we're going to decorate with a bunch of stuff. No numbered bags, just open them on up. I think I will watch Star Trek someday. With how busy I am, it will probably take 18 years when the kids are grown and out of the house. Yeah, Star Trek is something you do when you have a little bit of time to watch TV every evening. And you're a pretty busy guy, Dusty, so no worries if you don't get to it right away. But yeah, I definitely would recommend you check it out someday, though, if you get the chance. Alright, well, we may as well build this cool dragon metal rock figure here. Oh, wait, I forgot the wings. There we go. Look at that. Look at those arms. That's actually pretty cool looking. Got some horns. We going for red horns or black horns? What color is... Okay, we got black horns in the set. Let's do that. I feel like this guy would also paint his fingernails black if he has them. There you go. Give him a microphone. Yeah. Look at that. That's actually pretty fun. Got the kind of torn up shirt. Got a bunch of knee pads and boots on. That's super cool. Yeah, I imagine a dragon-born humanoid character would be quite the metal band artist. That'd be pretty fun. Let's see. Ooh, I might have to get that shirt to wear to my D&D sessions. There you go, Okai. It's on there. I think it's $20 for most normal sizes. If you get like a really large size, it might be a few bucks more just because it's more fabric. But yeah, pretty good deal. All right, let's build this environment, shall we? Yeah, they're pretty brief directions here. I'm gonna take my time with it. Looks like they're building a little castle mosaic here. Let's see. Here we go. Little decorative white plates here. This would be easy to make a mistake on, I think, if you're not paying attention. Yeah. Get some of those orange pieces. VLC says, try watching fan-made Sabaton video with scenes of dwarves fighting from Hobbit Battle of Five Rivers. Oh, that would be an interesting video, VLC. Yeah, Sabaton music would go well with that, I think. Although even Windrose music would go well with that too. So, any massive mocks / cities, villages you want to make someday? There's definitely some. I want to make a big castle using tan pieces at some point because I have a lot of tan bricks in my collection. I also want to make a really big castle using black pieces for the villains, the bad guys. So I want to do that at some point as well. So some big castles still need to accomplish at some point. But yeah, they will happen one day. Maybe sooner rather than later. We'll see. But good question. Thank you. Thank you, Evan. There's another Hobbiton movie set here in the Waikata out south that I saw when driving to New Plymouth. It is in... I don't know these place names at all here, Tim, so I'm trying to read that. But yeah, there's another Hobbiton movie set here. Interesting. So more Lord of the Rings stuff happening. It's cool that they're filming in New Zealand again. That's pretty neat. I'm sure it's a beautiful place to film. It'll be interesting to see how many people are drawn to the Star Trek sets and how many will actually be made. Good question, Lorem. Yeah, they'll make more if people buy them all. But if people don't buy them, they might not make more. Anzum says, one of these days I may have to give up half the floor space in my bedroom for a dedicated castle display. Hey, that you might have to, Anzum. That would be a worthwhile sacrifice of space, in my opinion. Let's put that... Oh, wait, we got a bunch of black tiles. Put her on the frame. I'm just kind of dilly-dallying with this one here. Not too worried about it. We've got time. We got 30 minutes to do an 80-piece set. We can do it. So, yes, this right here, and these right here. There you go. A white castle with a black background and orange base would be a very vivid color combo for a larger mock. That'd be interesting. There we go. This castle will almost have a three-dimensional vibe to it. There you go. Yeah, so that's what we've got so far. And yeah, you can definitely tell it's a castle. And I kind of like the harsh colors to it. It's interesting. And that's all we're doing for the background, so keeping it simple. And it's just the lid, nothing too elaborate. We've got all these, I didn't really realize that these are where you stash all the records, like that you could use to integrate with the app. So it's like a storage container for your little tiles that you collect. Interesting. I wonder if any of these are rare too, because these all have unique prints. Was like one of them more rare than the other, or were they all like in the same set, so you could always predict where they were going to be? Were they random? I don't know. Yeah, a bunch of them in here though. Plenty of songs to choose from. Has anyone saved all the songs that you could play? Like, are these documented somewhere, or are they all deleted now that the app doesn't work anymore? These are all questions I need to know. Some of these are really cool. Like, look at that. That's a cool little graphic there. Huh. It's very synthwave. Some of these songs could have been great, and I never heard them. I should have downloaded the app. Oh, good grief. There you go. Sorry about that, everyone. All right. Oh, and you got the horned headphones on the sides here. For the handle, which, oh yeah, these guys go on the side. Put those in there. I've never built one of these before. This is a fun experience so far. Fun enough. Not like enthralling, but like I'm reasonably entertained as a Lego fan. This would probably get old if you had a bunch of these, but there you go. And then this goes in there? How does this work? Oh, you can also snap them on the sides here too. Yeah, this, yeah. I feel like the instructions could have been a little more clear, but it's just me. For an old person like me. Maybe for kids it's not so bad. There's the dragon. Put him in there. And then close the sides. We'll leave it like that for now. Where did these go? Oh yeah, you put that on top so they don't get lost. Put that there so he stays in there. And then you can put that in there. Oh, hold on. Make sure I do this right. There you go. And he stays in that little container until you want him. I mean, that sort of works. And you got your music tracks you can play in there. Alright. And there are also several alt builds you can do, apparently. You got the dragon head, you got the white castle, and you got what looks like a black microphone, or what is that, a skull? That black... a cauldron? I don't know. There's something there. But yeah. I think the real win here is still the minifigures. The build wasn't super exciting. I don't think that's a bad design. It's just simple. Yeah. I don't think these pieces are going to have a lot of use. I know that my my friend Matt, who is part of Peachlug, had a big city building using a lot of these clear video pieces as windows, and he actually built pieces around all the rounded corners and made them make sense. So you can use these, but I don't think I'll be using these pieces anytime soon. This black strap would be more useful than other colors though, so that's kind of cool. Alright, well, video, I see why it failed, unfortunately. I see why it's no longer around. But there's some good pieces that survived from that theme, or were created in that theme, that we'll use. Here we go. Alright, let me catch up on the comments. Make sure there's nothing missing here. I like this botanical set. I have it sitting on my bar. Oh, nice! That's great, Morgan. Looks like there's a color fade on the leaves. Is there? Yeah, so there's a gradient of color, because you got the orange, kind of the burnt orange color, and then the red. So 3 different colors going on. Mark, milk and cookies or cake and custard? Oh, milk and cookies every day, James. I was a big fan of Oreos, and some nice, cool milk was great. So, James, cake and custard sounds yummy. Depends on where you're from, I think, actually. But, let's see. Sadly, I won't have the time to give it into this Star Trek watching peer pressure due to catching up on One Piece. I'm in the 200 episodes now. Hey, One Piece is quite the journey of sets. Not sets, quite the journey of TV watching, Dark Side Berserkers, so we applaud your bravery in doing all that. Yeah, there's the completed Lego projects of today, so put it like that so it looks nice. This figure on Bricklane is called Metal Dragon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's like a metal music dragon, which is pretty fun. It's a sweet fig. Where are my comments here? Goes perfectly with your shirt. Yeah, so the red shirt with a black dragon on it really kind of ended up making sense for the stream as a color scheme and theming wise, for sure. Okay. More money for a large? Curse my big adult body. Oh no! So it's I think small, medium, and large are all the same size. But if you're like a 2XL, triple XL, I think it goes up a few dollars. So it's not too bad. But yeah. That's unfortunately the way the pricing works on the program that I use. So, Anselm says the metal monsters were my favorite sub-theme of video. I've heard they were supposed to get a Frankenstein's Castle theme stage set in the canceled wave. Interesting. We did get a sort of metal Frankenstein guitarist in the CMFs. That's true. So maybe a reference to that canceled sub-theme. If you got table tennis table, that will be a good amount of castle space to build. Yeah, a ping pong table would have a lot of space. Let's see. I'll be venturing down the Castle Mock Road next year when I start my Vader's Castle. Vader's Castle is a castle, and it would be a very cool one, Darkside Berserkers. James McGee said, I built the dragon face. Oh, the dragon face would be fun, too. I ended up going for this little white castle, which I liked. But yeah, I don't know if I have time to try out the other alternate options before I decide to part it out. Lorem Ipsum says, I figured out a recipe that turns dark gray into darker gray than OG dark gray. Going to use it to make a castle. Might even make a space castle because I'm not fully committed to castle. Space castle? That sounds suspiciously like Next Night's Lorem Ipsum. Oh well. Alright, using dyeing. So, interesting. Dyeing pieces. I've seen people do that. I'm not willing to try that yet because I'm not that crafty, but it's pretty interesting. That's cool. How much did you get for that video for? I got this a long time ago, but I paid like 20 bucks back then. So it's probably not that much cheaper than that. I think it's still expensive to get like a new sealed one. You might be able to get these used pieces for a little bit less, But I don't know. I know that the red dragon head is probably popular because of the D&D association. So there's the blue dragon from video, there's the gold dragon from D&D, there's the green dragon from the big D&D set, and there's this red dragon head from this set. So I know people like my friend Dana on Instagram have tried to collect as many as possible, so it might be a little pricier. So we'll see. Let's see. Andrew says headphones for a big fig. Yeah, that would be for a big fig. And then Cross Airborne says, are video sets retired, specifically the dragon ones? Yes. As far as I know, they are no longer making them, for sure. Like, can I buy some at Walmart? If so, how much are they? Well, they were like $10, $20, depending on the size of set. But yeah, they're harder to get now. So, LOL Next Nights? Never. There you go, Lorem. Yeah, Space Castle could be cool if you do it right, I think. We'll see. The cheapest sealed metal dragon beatbox in the US on Bricklink is $50. Oof! So he's expensive to get now. And I opened and built him. I should have saved him if he was that expensive sealed. But no, I do want to use the red dragonborn head for minifigures at some point. So, yeah. Cool figures will end up going up in value. That's what happens. All right. Oh, Manager Bricks just showed up. We're wrapping it up today, Manager Bricks, but glad you could stop by and say hi. So, Vader's Castle would not be very cool. Mark would be pretty hot, actually. I mean, yes. Yes, okay. I was trying to think of some sort of rebuttal, but I got nothing. So, all right. Well, thank you everyone for watching this stream, watching me build this set, and enjoying the experience along with me. This was a lot of fun. I quite enjoy this set. I will be debating whether or not I keep one of these two built sets that I have as a permanent display. I will let you guys know in the members area later. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like the video. That helps a lot. If you would be so kind as to do that, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. We have some good LEGO projects coming up on the horizon, so keep an eye out for those. And until then, I've been Mark, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.